What is sex trafficking? Sex trafficking is a modern-day form of slavery in which a commercial sex act is induced by force, fraud, or coercion of or by any person.
How does trafficking work? The girls, boys, men, and women are often pulled into the sex trafficking business because of a promise of work with good pay, a promise of marriage turned into a bondage situation, being sold by parents, husbands, or boyfriends, or being kidnapped by traffickers. Young children are susceptible because of their lack of knowledge and naive natures.
There are 5 key elements of enslavement. The first step is recruitment. Recruitment is when the trafficker targets their victims who are from poor communities. The second step, extraction, is when the traffickers capture their victims and take them away. The third, control, is when the slaveholders take control of their victims' every aspect of life. The next element is violence. It is used to force victims to do things and to enforce their control over them. Lastly, exploitation is when they use their victims to earn a profit.
I'd be cold as a stone and rich as a fool. It turned all those good hearts away.
My name's Cora. I'm 11 and a half. My mom bought me a karaoke machine for Christmas because I love to sing and dance. I want to be famous. I want to go on tour and travel the world. But my dreams might be over. Today I went missing. Most people won't take a grieving mother seriously until 2 or 3 days after the child's disappearance. By that time, it's too late.
A 15-year-old hustler named Paul is taking us to meet young girls who he says are available for sex. Along with a human rights investigator, we follow Paul through some alleys into a ramshackle house. We think we've already seen it all, but who could be prepared for this? Girls, some so young they could be in kindergarten, all for sale. Throughout the village, we see the same scene at one brothel after another. Everyone here seems to know a little English. When they talk about sex, they use simple, childlike terms anyone can understand.
Boom, boom, yum, yum.
Yum yum means oral sex. Boom boom means intercourse. We meet dozens of children. This girl says she's 9.
Yum, yum. Yum, yum. Yum, yum. No, no, too young. Yum, yum. She knows how yum, yum.
She's joined by another who says she's 10. Both say they know how to perform oral sex, and they even tell us how much it will cost.
My story happened in Ljubljana, Slovenia, where I moved in September 2004. I moved there to continue my university studies. I was alone and distant from all my friends that I had, from the world that I knew. And then I quickly found myself surrounded by strangers. One of my new friends, a girl, she said her name was Romana, offered me to stay in her apartment, since at that moment I did not know where I'm going to live. She was very kind to me and supportive, so I entirely trusted her. I was looking for a part-time job to support myself during the school year. One day, in October 2004, she came home and told me that she had organized an interview for me at an accounting firm. After that, I never saw Romana. The next morning, I went to an office where I sat down for an interview with a woman. The interview had lasted about 10 minutes when 2 men entered the room and dragged me away to a car. I was screaming and resisting. I was taken somewhere blindfolded, then raped many times and beaten because I was resisting. I was drugged with heroin. All my things were taken and I was forced to wear sexually provocative clothes. I was forced to do prostitution in Ljubljana for about 4 months. I was repeatedly threatened in order to obey them, especially by the life and freedom of my little sister. And I was constantly reminded how easy it is for them to put her in my place.
a stone.